go even further beyond.
Yeah, my name is Akashi, and in this video we are going to be using the extreme Gogeta, the sparking in disguise. Now this unit here, he's an absolute tank. He's absolutely going to swallow all of your attacks because his cover change unique ability is insane. The way he just absorbs all your hits is actually nuts. Even from a unit that has type advantage, taking damage from Vegeta blue where Gogeta is red, like, it's phenomenal. But before I get into this video, I've got a few things I wanted to say. I've been focusing on these anniversary events. It's kind of, the hype's died down a little bit because everybody summoned and whatnot, but unless they release more characters or something like that, the hype's gonna stay at a little minimal. Super Saiyan God Challenge is still pending, and Trunks Youth Zenkai, and maybe something else, I don't know, like Giblet, I don't know. But that's what we're waiting on. But I just want to say I've been focusing on events and whatnot, so it actually does feel like a while since I've done commentary, but we're back, we're live. And this is probably going to be the second video. I actually probably going to start with the what if we trained Vegeta blue. But we're here to talk about Gogeta because they just been disrespecting Gogeta. They've been hoeing the hell out of Gogeta. If you don't know, on this channel, I'm a Vegeta guy, so you're a Vegeta guy. You don't have a choice as long as you're watching this channel, because Vegeta is the GOAT fusion. Legends is clearly respecting the GOAT, as rightly so. They gave a Broly animation with a Potara fusion, which is Vegeta. That makes no sense. But you know why? Because he's the GOAT, and they can do that. So tell Gogeta to cry. But let's talk about him in this video, the extreme, because that's all he got is an extreme. But yeah. Gogeta, he's a red type, he's a melee type. His health 1.8 mil. I've only got him at 1 star, but I do recommend getting more stars on this guy. Like, he's actually a great unit if you don't have the Rising Battle Vegeta, because we don't actually have an amazing red fusion unit except Rising Battle Vegeta. The red Gogeta is dead, so yeah, this extreme Gogeta is actually pretty good. I'm gonna be maining him on my fusion team, not even lying. Like, no cap. But his strike attack 186k, which is it should be obvious that it's going to be more than the blast because he's a melee type. Blast attack is 168k. Strike defense is 124k. Blast defense 126k. Critical 3.7k, and key restore 2.2k. He carries both a strike and a blast arts, and it's the DragonBall Super Gogeta in base form, so he's from the movies. He can fit on the movies team as well. His tags: Saiyan, Fusion Warrior, and Fusion. Now let's get into his cards. So strike and blast arts are normal. He has the same special move as the blue Dragon Ball Super transforming Gogeta, Stardust Fall. It deals massive explode damage, 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and it has blast armor, which is great for an extreme. Like, I didn't even expect him to have blast armor on the extreme. I thought they might just take it away, but they kept it, and I like that. His special skill restores own ki by 50. Now that's a lot. 50 ki is a lot, and if you've been in the PvP scene, you would know that. 20% to damage, strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. 20% strike damage is actually a lot, and on top of that, it also completely restores his Vanish Gorge 100%, but that only activates once. So you can pretty much use it like a, I don't know, Goku Blue main ability, or transforming Super Vegeta main ability. Like, it's amazing that he restores his Vanish Gorge from the special skill, but it only happens once. Now let's go to his main ability. It's called Ace in the Hole. Now, when I used it in the first game, I actually didn't know what I was doing. I was like, hold on, I haven't even looked into it, but he was working well anyways, so I wasn't too fast. But going into his main ability, it's called Ace in the Hole, like I said. It restores ally health by 20%. That's why I shouldn't have just used it willy-nilly. And cancels allies' attribute downgrades. So any downgrade that you've got on you, disappearing. 20% to damage inflicted for 60 timer counts. And gains attribute upgrade -30 to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 60 timer counts. that damage inflicted thing is going to be very useful. Very useful. Trust me, it's going to come in handy. And the restore health, the Fusion Warriors don't have a lot of units that restore health. I think it's only the blue Gogeta. Both LF Vegetos do. And the Rising Battle Vegeta does actually as well. I guess they do have a lot, but I'm not gonna say that they don't fit well in a team together, but I will say that they don't have units that don't heal each other. So LF Vegeto heals himself, Vegeto Blue, other LF Vegeto heals himself, Gogeta Blue, not Gogeta Blue, the blue Gogeta, he heals himself. So it's all kind of a selfish type thing. And you only need 20 seconds, 20 timer counts to elapse to activate it. Now his Z ability is specifically to Fusion Warriors, but if you get him to 3-star, he begins to double buff, which is why I would say to actually use Z powers on him, because then he buffs Fusion Warriors and Tag Fusion. Now if you go to some of the Fusion Warriors, well, all of them pretty much, they both have they'll have the tag both Fusion Warrior and Fusion. So if you get this character to Z ability 2, which is 3 stars, you can actually get the double buff from him. He'll then buff 25% to Fusion Warrior base strike attack and base strike defense, but at the moment he only buffs base strike attack 21%, but it'll go up to 25. Now let's get into his unique abilities. This is the bit where it makes him an actual tank. The main one that I noticed, which is actually the second one, but we'll go into the first one first. It's called Ultimate Fusion Warrior. This is the first one. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 40% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, which is amazing. That's just when he comes in. Every time he comes in. Restores own ki by 20. That's every time he comes in. And it says there's 2 more things. Applies the following effects to allied tag Fusion Warrior when his character switches to standby. So just like Whis, when he switches to standby, he gives a buff. Just like Super Saiyan Bardock, when he switches to standby, he gives a buff. Final Form Cooler, the blue one, which got Zenkai Awaken when he switched to standby, people receive a buff. It says here 10% to damage inflicted, up to 30% restores ki by 20. So if you can do that 3 times, you want to do 3 rotations with this Gogeta, you can get 30% to your other allies, which is amazing. Now let's get into the bit that makes him an absolute tank. His second main ability, unique ability, long awaited superpower, reduces next damage sustained by 70% when battle starts. This applies until the combo is finished. So if an enemy is doing a combo on you and you have Gogeta, literally you're going to be taking 70% less damage. Now that is an insane amount of damage reduction. Like Vegeto Blue was attacking me and I was taking damage, but I should have been dead really in 3 hits. Like, you know how Vegeto Blue be doing damage. So I found that outstanding, which is why he can actually be used as a sparking. Like, he's amazing. Below that it says applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over, but this only activates once. So on the first set of attacks that you take, 50% to strike damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. So you're going to have 50% after the first attack for the whole game. So make sure you don't die on that first attack. And then reduces damage received by 20%, which is even more so amazing, making it more of a tank. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level as well. So combos with him are going to be looking pretty neat. So overall you can just see his kit is real good, real neat. Like, I like him as a character. Can definitely be used as a sparking. I do recommend using him. You know how people be using Whis. Like, Gogeta is probably even better, but for a fusion team. So there you go. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 4K now. Next goal is 5K, but boy, I appreciate all you guys that actually mess with me and press the subscribe button. You're gonna want to be here, so make sure you press that red button. If you haven't already, leave a comment. I'm more fussed about comments than likes. I'm not too fussed about likes, so leave a comment. Comments, I get to interact with you guys. That's why I push them more than anything. But yeah, that's all I pretty much got to say for this video. Again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I recommend using this guy if you pulled him. But yeah, my name's Akashi, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Fall back! do this! How's that? Let's do how's that? Should I get serious? How's that? This will finish it! Final! It's okay not to be as good as me.